Words to live by from Biffo Spender in today's inspirational quotes. A good platitude is worth 1,000 latitudes. Not so great advice for navigators, though.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Right.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing. The hospital may well be haunted.
Hello! My name is always me the Weirdo, and this is 2 Point Hospital. Now, I'm just going to zoom in. As you can probably guess, we are in Mitton. Now, the reason I'm in Mitton is because Mitton is my most completed hospital. It's the one I'm most proud of in terms of
Doctor's GP's office.
the money that I'm making. Obviously, Oxport would probably be just as good, but we've got the research here, so we could multitask, get the research going, do some research, and at the same time, we could check out the new customization features. Now, I'm going to go over the old ones as well, probably, just for those who might not have seen videos on 2 Point before, or, for want of a better phrase, those that haven't seen me show the new features off, because I'm not sure I've done it already. I probably have touched upon it, but here we go. Now, I'm going to leave it running, and I don't really care about the death rate or anything like that, because in essence, it should get quicker. I'm probably going to put another GP's office down here shortly, but just to let you know, you probably noticed some odd looking stuff already as I'm scanning around my hospital. But
Maintenance announcement.
if we
Bins will
take a
become
look
full.
at the doctors and we go to customization here, you can change the doctors to have different customization. Now, I would love to see the ability for people to create their own customizations for
Nurse to general
the doctors.
diagnosis.
So 2 Point, if you're listening, having more options for this, even if it's just to change the colour of all of these, or you guys add more options for this, that would be great, because I feel like this is good, but I don't really want to use any of these. I might, I don't know, maybe I'd want to use
2 Point Radio.
something like that with a different
You are
colour.
listening to the voice of
Or,
Nigel Bickleworth.
instead of
your host
white,
and
it
cultural
being black
guide on
or
2 Point
green
Radio.
or, you
And
know, a
what
different colour.
splendid show
So
I
we've got
have for you
that.
today.
So
Don't go
I'm going to
anywhere.
apply the green trim to all doctors because I quite like the green trim. Out of all of them, I think it's the best one. So then we move on to the nurses, and we've got Nurse Norma della Grotta here, and we're gonna see what we can do to her. So all the different colours. I quite like the inverse one. I don't mind the pale blue one or the pale green one and the green one. And the purple's okay as well. The nurses I kind of like. I don't know whether it's because block. The only thing I would say is if you change the colours, you should also be able to change the bottom half as well. I think you should be able to change them to all purple or purple and pale green or purple and that green. I think it'd just be so much better. Now, because we've gone green with the doctors, I'm going to go green with the nurses. And I'm going to just check, see how she's looking. It's not bad, but is the pale green better? No. Is pale blue better? No. I'm going to go with the inverse. I've changed my mind because I quite like that. Okay.
Janitor to repair Jumpmaster.
And now we go to the assistants. Now with the assistants, there's obviously quite a good number of choices. And I'm just going to pause it so we can check them all out. Inverse, it's not bad. Godric's choice is definitely one of my favourites. Although, again, stuff like the bottom half, I think we should be able to change the bottom half as well. Aubergine, I kind of like that as well. Kind of like lemon. And midnight kind of feels like traditional. I don't know why. There's something about it that makes me think that is the colour to go with. So I'm going to go with Godric's Hollow. Mainly because Harry Potter. But I've gone with that on other when I've changed it before. I've gone with that. That's usually the one I've go with. So yeah, we'll go with that. As we've got the assistants, we've got the janitors last. Now, this I really like is the high vis stuff. I'm not going to change the high vis stuff. It's always going to be the high vis for me. But the darker, we need to find another janitor, I think. Janitors. I don't want that janitor. We got another one? We must have another one. Here we go. Nelly Shambles. You go black. I quite like black and grey. I don't really like those, but they're okay. But again, it comes back to the wanting to be able to change the rest of their outfit, if at all possible. Right, so that's the customization we've had already for quite a while now. But while we're here, look at this ward. This is no ordinary ward. This is the Snow Bee ward, or as I'm going to call it, the Snow Cone ward. And I can actually name it the Snow Cone ward. And then I would like to be able to change the wallpaper to something that I like more, but I will find one and do another video when I've got everything, like I've got all the rooms with the right stuff that I want. But I will show you in the X-ray room how this system works, because I think it would be quite cool to have a look at how it works. Now, I haven't got any stuff personally for like wallpapers that I would like to use yet. I will probably look at doing that this weekend. But let's just get into this button here, customize, and we will see what we've got. Now I've downloaded a few from the workshop while I was literally just minutes before I came on stream, just to have a look at what there is on there already. There's a couple, it seems there's a couple of people that have just gone absolutely crazy for this feature and provided a lot of good solid responses. And then there's obviously the ones provided by the developer. I'm going to show you the grass, because a funny thing happened when I was putting these all in the game. I'd been sorting out the toilets and putting in the toilet floor, and when I came back in, I clicked to unlock the striped grass, and instantly the toilets had grass there, and it rather made me chuckle. So I'm sure there's lots of moments like that for you guys out there who want to do strange stuff like that, but I know exactly where striped grass is going. Not in the x-ray room, funnily enough, but that's what it looks like. Really bright. I quite like it. So let's have a look. So each one usually unlocks with kudos. I'm not a massive fan of, like, if people are going to start charging stupid amounts of kudos for their items, then it's just going to take the fun out of it. But it's nice that you can do that, and I think some people will probably set it as 0 if that's possible, and yeah, that'll be interesting to look at. But I don't really know what to go with X-ray. Let's have a look at one of these down here. Let's have a look at the stylish purple squares. Now that looks a bit purple, but we'll go for a wall now. Now I'm going to unlock this, but I don't know if I'm... Now that looks good. I am really tempted to go with that and then just change the floor, actually. I don't really want that. They look too muted red. I mean, that's okay. I think the wallpaper really suits. I think I'm going to use that wallpaper a lot. So all rooms of this type. Okay, I don't think I have more than one anyway, but that definitely wants to be set to all rooms of this type. Now let's go and find another room that's, I don't know, maybe a GP's office. There we go, GP's office. Let's do this one. Right, so I do kind of like the flooring in the GP's office. I'm not so keen on the walls. So we'll see if we can find a nice wall. Now, for some reason, this might not work as good. Whiffs of blue. Let's try that. Oh no. Scales. To a point, that's okay. No, I don't want that actually. The mug. Craig's mug. That looks okay, but I'm removing the data rail would be nice. Craig's amazing green wall. I think that is... This is like the kids' GP. Sensible stripes. cheeky purple stripes, dotty pink wall, starry wallpaper. I think that is okay. That is okay, but I'm not gonna match that to all of the. But so that's nice. I quite like that. Training rooms again. I'm thinking atrium, and then I'm thinking leave it with wood. Like, yeah, I'm not really feeling changing that, but I am probably gonna assign that to all training rooms because I quite like that. I don't know if you know how it sort of whether you've seen that you could do the treatment or diagnosis for certain rooms, but I think that is a really cool feature, and I'm just going to set some training going. So and then I'm gonna set the trainer to be 210, 140, 140, 140 is gonna be Dr. Candace Sparrow, and then that will bring them 3 up. And then I'm also gonna hire a spare doctor.
Doctor needed in GP's office.
Unmotivated, we don't want them. Motivated, unhygienic, we don't want them. And Luca Monk, we don't want you. Ooh, has magic healing hands, wants more money, charming. Generally dubious. I am going to insert you in there, and then I am going to come down here to this other training room, and I am going to see if you are available to train, which you are, as I suspected. I'm going to change you into a GP. I'm going to get Huggles to come in and train you, and I'm going to see if there is anybody else who wants to train as a GP, but no, not really. And we're just going to do that.
Here is a list of things I like and don't like. Things I don't like. Almost anything you could care to mention. Things I do like. Making lists of things I don't like. More gems on the way after whatever sounds emanate from your radio when I'm not
Sweet.
talking.
Not really bothered, but why not? You need. Why can't I train them in? Okay. Where's my research lab? What are we researching? Recovery room stuff.
Good patients, please use the toilets provided.
Okay, but yeah, so as I'm looking around, you can see I've made a few earlier on. Really pleased with this one. The clown stripes obviously are going to be more or less anyone's clown departments. And then the stars just seem to work really well with it. I did try the marshmallow, but it didn't really work. You can come a bit further down
Maintenance
here.
announcement.
Obviously,
Automated snack
showing you the
machines
training
need
room
restocking
and the
manually.
GP that I've just done. The toilets obviously had to be gold. I might even change all the toilets to golden toilets. In fact, I'd like a golden sink as well. I think that would be a nice DLC to have.
Doctor required in research.
So, you know, we're getting there, we're getting there. There's, like, some cool ideas. I think the psychiatry idea, I'm going to mix 3 different stylized rooms, because I quite like the wooden look of it, but let's see what we can come up with. So I'm thinking a muted red carpet. And then I'm thinking either a sultry red
in fluid analysis.
striped wallpaper, which looks pretty good, or Craig's spotty green wall. Oh yeah, that's awful. No, let's go with and see what winter snowflakes looks like. I quite like that. I really do like that. Let's see what the dye pink wall looks like. No, doesn't go. The yellow. I think the sultry red is the best option so far. The starry wallpaper, we don't really want that. Sensible stripes. The mug, no. Cuboidal, scales. Scales doesn't look too bad. Whiffs of blue. Not really with that flaw. I would say the sultry red is a great idea. So we're going to go with that for one of them. I'm going to keep one as it is, just so we can see the difference as well. This one seems to be a good one. Let's now look at the amazing green wall. And then let's see if we compare that with something.
Assistant required in marketing.
Would it look okay with the purple squares? No, that's too starry. Oh. I quite like barn brown though. Let's change the full walls again. Maybe the sultry red. Dark pink.
Maintenance announcement. Bins will become full.
Let's change the floor again. It looks a little bit like a weird version of a padded cell. I think I'll stick with that one for now. That's not a bad look. I do really like the honeycomb one. I'd love to see people do different colours of it. Just because I think it's like such a simple design, but it's like really worth it. But I mean, so we have 3 different psychiatry rooms there. I think we should do a staff room next, but I'm a little reluctant to do that one. Maybe do this long one. Right. So we're going to go for the staff room. I think. I don't like that colour situation, but purple squares, no, not really stylish. That feels like more appropriate, unless that does it. Maybe that.
If you're
that.
feeling
maybe
ill,
this.
the last thing you want to do is pump your body full of cheap
Cheeky
artificial
purple
medicine.
stripes.
So stay at a holistics hospital, where our natural remedies are so expensive, they just have to be good for you. Holistics, where you can only hope it sticks.
Serving 2 Point County.
This is 2 Point Radio.
I quite like the whiffs of blue. Let's go with that for our first staff room. Well, right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that little look at what's new in 2 Point Hospital.
Doctor required in GP's office.
I must admit, I am excited. I'm really proud of the ward. We have a little look at that. I really think that we need some more options for wallpapers for wards, if I'm honest, because I do think that, like, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what people create. I may have a go at creating some myself. May look into what actual hospitals have.
Calling nurse.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great step in a right direction, and I'm hoping it leads to more customization options as well, especially if they're free updates. And then I'm quite happy if they want to do more DLC that's
on the way.
free. But yeah, more DLC that's not free. This game is basically like Theme Hospital Reborn, totally modern take on it. It's a lot of fun. It's not. I don't think it's quite as challenging as Theme Hospital in the main. There are some challenging levels, but obviously you can still experience every level. You just might not be able to, you know, complete every level to 3-star. I haven't yet, but that is my next goal. But yeah, do leave us a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video, or if you want to see more, or if you have any thoughts on the new features. Do let me know. It would be lovely to have a chat. And yeah, hopefully I will be back on this weekend with another 2 Point Hospital video. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I've been always me the weirdo, and I will see you next time.